Hello and welcome to Healthy Knitting. I'm Rosie, your host, and today is December 5th, 2013. Welcome. I'm a little later than I thought I'd be. I was hoping to get this done last week, but a few things came up and I didn't have the time to do it. So here we are. I am glad I did the other one sooner though, because I would have had way too much to talk about all in one show. So let's get going. I'd like to say thank you to all of you again. I really do appreciate that you come by and watch. And for those of you, I don't have like a knit along or I'm doing a prize. I just figured because it is the holidays time of the year, we've had Hanukkah and Christmas is coming, and then there are all these holidays in between that I don't even know about. I don't know when Kwanzaa is. I don't know. I think there's another holiday in there somewhere. There's a few. I don't know everyone's. So as a thank you, a happy holidays gift, I am going to do a random generated number from random.org, which I have right here. And hopefully we can see with the glare. 2 through 33. We have 33 members in the group, and I did into a spreadsheet. So as random as they are is that you've joined and that's where you're at. So the member numbers you can download it. I don't know if you can download it, but I know I can download it, so I don't know if you can actually see it. But anyway, I'm going to hit generate, and then I will tell you who has won the prize, which will be an $8 or less pattern on Ravelry. So please PM me, LESPETISLUXES on Ravelry, and I will get out with which pattern you want, and I will make that happen for you. So thank you. Ready? Here we go. Generate. This is the first time I've ever used this. I hope it works. The result is, can you see? 25. Number 25 is DB Thomas 05. So it looks like your first name is Deborah. So Deborah, congratulations. Please PM me and I'll be sure to get your $8 or less pattern to you in the mail. Happy holidays. Thank you. So what is new and good? New and good, I almost didn't even write it on my list. I got a haircut, so no hat today. Yay. I was getting a little old. I was getting a little out of control, so definitely having a haircut helped a lot. I can still wear a hat if I want to, but I have the choice. I mean, we always have the choice. It's just, do I really want to be looking like that? So anyway. Let's see, I told you I was going up to, I have notes on my computer too here, to Dancing Lamb Farm, and I showed you, well actually I told you about it because I had pictures, so I had actually gone, so I can't even remember when I was there last. Anyway, I've been washing some of the fleeces. I did buy some Kookaburra, which is my favorite wool wash. I like the unscented wash. You can get it at Knit Picks. I almost forgot because I didn't get it there this time. You can get it at Knit Picks in the small size, the 16 ounce. You can also get it directly from their website. And although the shipping is not free, when you buy a gallon, you're actually saving a lot of money. So I bought a gallon of the wool wash in unscented. I bought a gallon of Scour. I'd never tried that before, and I was wondering if it would work better than the other one. I don't know if it does or not. I like the smell of the unscented. I know it's unscented, but it still has a smell to it, and I prefer that smell over the Scour smell. So what I'm doing is washing 2 in Scour, and then the last one I'm rinsing. Well, it's not really rinsing, but I'm putting the other wash for the third and final rinse with the wool wash unscented. I also bought Delicate, a small one of Delicate. I like that one for blocking items because it has a lavender smell, and I love it. It just smells really nice for that too. And I tried the other one, which is the a small one of the orange, and you can actually use it as a household cleaner. And the reason why I bought the gallons is because I am going to do my laundry with it. I have bought some other ones here, but you only need a small amount of that stuff to really wash your clothes. And since I like the way it smells, it's doesn't have any weird additives, and it's biodegradable, I'm like, why not just use that? So that's what I'm going to use from now on. And buying it direct, it's really not that bad. It came pretty quickly right from the Kookaburra website. So what else did I want to tell you about? Oh, so Craftsy had a sale. You know, I love Craftsy. I love to learn things. I love to take classes. And I think my favorite thing about Craftsy is that you can ask questions at any time. I told you I'm taking a Ed2Go class right now on photography, and once that's over, I don't have the instructor's help anymore. So if I haven't done everything that I needed to do during that class, I can't actually ask any questions at all. And even after a certain amount of time, whatever you've learned in that first lesson, you can't go back and ask. Email come through. You can't even ask a question. It's great. There are a lot of other classes on there that I can't get on Craftsy and on the Udemy site that I was telling you about last week too, because I have been working through some of those classes, and some are really, really good. Like, I'm really surprised, and some of them are free, and they're just so good. So I've been learning a lot and taking a lot of classes, and sometimes I'm doing them at night before I go to bed. So it's not something that I'm right now going to be using, but I will use it in the future. So some of the classes that I just recently purchased are Spinning Dyed Fiber by Felicia Lowe, and I really like that class a lot. Her fiber, she's Sweet Georgia. I've never purchased anything from her, but I do actually subscribe to her blog. I've been reading her blog for a long time, and her fiber colors are gorgeous. So, I don't know, I probably will get something. There's a few colorways that she showed in class that were just absolutely stunning, and I don't know if I could duplicate those or not. Really, really beautiful, and I really enjoyed how she did her class. It was very easy to understand and showed the differences between colors, and some stuff I knew, but some stuff I didn't know, so there's always a chance for learning, and I found the class to be really good. She's very clear, articulate, and I like the format of the class. So if you haven't checked out Spinning Dyed Fibers, I would highly recommend it. The other class that I am looking at right now, I have some other ones, some art classes and things, but I won't really talk about those because you know, I don't think that you might be interested in those. So we'll just talk about the spinning and knitting ones, and if there's something exceptional, I will let you know about it. Sweater Surgery by Carol Feller. I just started watching that one last night, and I'm finding it very interesting. And although I'm going to talk about a sweater that I'm going to perhaps completely rip out for other reasons, I think this class would actually be able to show you how to fix certain things that are wrong. So I was watching The Pocket last night, and that was really a great idea because there are some sweaters that I've made that I would love to put a pocket in. So, you know, if it doesn't call for a pocket, it shows you how to put in a pocket. I didn't, like I said, I didn't watch all of it, just a little bit of it, little pieces, and I enjoyed that, so I will tell you more about that as it progresses. And two other ones that I have not even had a chance to open yet is Hand Knit Garment Design by Shirley Patton, and I do have her book, how to design, you know, for designing, and I also purchased Sizing Knitwear Patterns. And the reason why I got these classes was, like the brioche class, although I had the book, I felt that it was very helpful to have the video along with it. I was thinking that it would be very helpful to have Shirley's video in front of me, and I haven't watched it yet, so we'll see if it is an actual compliment or if it's something that I didn't need. I don't know, but sometimes it is easier. Plus, I figure I can ask her anything I want at any time because Craftsy doesn't go away like that. They just, you have a question, it comes up, you can ask her. So I feel that, you know, just that alone is a great asset to buying these classes, is that you have the instructors right there anytime you need them. And Sizing Knitwear Patterns, I just thought it would be really interesting to understand. Like, I want to understand how to make that, you know, I'm trying to work on that coat and I haven't gotten very far because I'm sitting here going, I don't really know what to do. So I want to put in a set-in sleeve and not do it the way it called for in the pattern, and I might just design something myself for this next project that I'm working on. We'll see. you never know with me, because the right thing might pop up and be like, oh, there it is. So, you know, sometimes I don't want to think too much, and sometimes I have time to think. And right now I don't have a whole lot of time to think because the holidays are here. It's very busy. I've got 3 months till I'm moving. Oh my gosh. Right. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I want to knit everything in sight. It's insane. So, I told you about the fleeces. So I guess I'll share that in spinning. Let me think if there's anything else. Oh, Thanksgiving. Holy cow. I had so much fun. We had Thanksgiving in our pajamas, which was new to me. I've never done that before. I actually went out and bought a pair of pajama bottoms because that's all I found at the store when I happened to be out and I wasn't going to go searching high and low for pajamas. But it worked out very fun. I mean, they're paisley. They're pretty. I'm actually wearing them right now. I did shower and everything, but I put them back on because I could do that today. So I did. I'm really enjoying the whole pajama thing. So we danced polkas in our pajamas and ate lots of good food and met new people. I actually met my cousin's wife's best friend has a pig, and she keeps it in her house. Now, I think I told you I had a pig, and Boots was 800 pounds, so Boots did not live in my house, but she has, and I had a Vietnamese potbelly pig at one point, so she was told it was supposed to stay really tiny, but they don't. I mean, they get kind of big, unless it's a teacup, and I think even those get kind of big. I don't really know, but pigs are so cute, and she told me all about her pig and how cute it is, and they have a little ramp and it gets up into the bed and it sleeps with them, and it goes to the bathroom outside like a dog. It pulls the covers over her. I mean, seriously, I have to meet this pig. And she's black, just like my pigs were both black. The potbelly was black and my big pig was black. So I just found that to be really fascinating. How many people do you meet that have a pig? Because not very many people do. So it was really fun. I had a great time at Thanksgiving, and I'm really grateful for having my family. And I hope you all in the United States had a wonderful and fun Thanksgiving as well. Let's see, what else did I want to talk to you about? Oh, Sally. Sally, the foster kitty. You know what? She's really coming out of her shell, and she's just such a little love. I mean, not loving to me, like she won't let me pet her, but I'm in my office here, and she'll come in and look around, and she's all over the house now, looking around. She was sleeping on the chair with one of my cats yesterday. She's really starting to feel comfortable and not hide under anything or not just come out at night. So I'm really pleased with that. She loves to watch the birds and squirrels outside the window, so I put bird food out so she has something to look at. And I would love to find her a forever home. And have I thought of considering keeping her? Yes, I have, because she's quite comfortable here. The only thing is I'm not staying here, and it's very expensive to take a cat to Italy to ship them. It's quite expensive, and I already have a handful of cats that are going, and you know, I could name 50 other things of, you know, do I really need this added expense? Is it right for her? Is it right for me? I don't really know, but I do think that this cat would make a nice home for someone who already has a cat and they're looking for someone to keep their cat company, because she's not once hissed at my cats. My cats have hissed at her, not, you know, like I'm gonna kill you hiss, but like, you know, who are you hiss, you know, you're in my house hiss, and then they'll calm down. But she's just so sweet, and she's a doll. Anyway, I'm gonna try to take some pictures, unless she actually shows up. She does come in through here, so I'm not sure if she's gonna show up or not, but she's super adorable. So if I show pictures, maybe, you know, I'm going to try to get her bio, I'm going to get her bio, but I'm going to put it together and put it on Facebook and maybe here, and see if we can find this kitty a forever home. She's just really sweet, really doll. So anyway, that's Sally. I wrote something down and I'm not sure what. Oh! I couldn't read my handwriting. Coming up soon, we're having our knitting group's holiday party at my house, so that's something fun to look forward to. I enjoy that. That'll be the last party at my house. We've only done one here before, but it was really fun to have everybody over. I'm usually on that side of the river because everybody lives on the other side of the river, so for everybody to come over here is more of a big deal than for me just to come over there. So I mean, it's not like it's hours, but you know, one person versus all the rest of the people in the group. It just makes it easier for one person instead of everybody. So, okay, knitting. I told you that if I didn't like that sweater, I was going to do something with it. Well, I don't like it. This is the sweater that I knit from Jenny Watson Designs, Noro Now. There's a little glare there, sorry. And it's supposed to look like, well, actually I'm going to get the other picture. Hold on. The big picture, because even in the big picture, had I looked at it a little more clearly, I probably wouldn't even have knit it. So this is the picture. And I put waist shaping in. But you see how it's all like extra baggy around the chest area? Apparently I didn't really measure like I should have, and it's really, I didn't weave anything in. Any of the ends are not woven in or anything like this, and it's been sitting like this for a while. I actually took in some extra inches. I undid this and took in extra stitches because I don't know, I think I need to redo my measurements or something. It was really huge in the bust. The part that fit me perfect was from here down, so this part fits great. So the only thing is, the thing that I was concerned about was when you put on a big garment like that, for me, it just makes me feel really bulky, like I'm the Michelin tire man. If it's a jacket, that's different, but when it's full over, that's where it's getting a little weird. So I'm not sure what to do. Whatever I have to do from here up needs to get fixed, because there's extra fabric in the back, there's extra fabric in the bust. Even when I took stitches out, it's like still really weird. So it fits very nicely contoured around the bottom, and then it just gets really wonky, and the sleeves are the perfect length though. How'd that happen? Sleeves are perfect. So I don't know, is it worth me taking out the sleeves, ripping down the back, ripping the front well, you know, if I could probably steek the front, but do I want that kind of a neckline, or do I want something with a little bit different? I'll probably just rip it all out and make something different completely. And I might not make any more out of this book, except for that jacket that I want to redo, and that'll be kind of like a redesign. It'll be more inspired by than knit directly as written. I don't know. I mean, obviously I've knit 2 things out of this book already. Oh, and I didn't finish the sleeves on the other thing. It should take me 2 minutes, but I'm not motivated because it's not warm enough to wear a short sleeves jacket. So I'm like, whatever. But I don't know. I'm not really too impressed with the way things are fitting. So it's always been me having to manipulate something, change this, change that. And so I'm just kind of feel like maybe I should just go with a different designer and knit other things with the yarn that I bought. So I do love Noro, and I'm just probably just looking at the color going, oh my god, but when you really look at how it's going to fit me, it's not going to fit me like it's going to look nice. So the other thing on the needles, actually put it on my iPad so you can see it. Here we go. I am knitting, it's called Pink Dream. And there's some glare, hang on. It's dark today, that's why the other light is on. So it's just a little dress. This is not for me. I think I told you my niece said she wanted a purple knit dress with pink shoes and purple flowers and wings with purple and green. So here is the dress part. I've done the bottom. I'm using size 4, and the pattern is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this woman's last name, but her first name is Harpa, H-A-R-P-A. And it's called, oh, here's Natalia, it's called the Pink Dream. And I am using Debbie Bliss Eco, maybe it's Eco Baby. Take off the tag. Debbie Bliss Eco Baby. And it's purple, which she asked for. Oh, we have Natalia here. You want to say hello to Natalia? Come here, baby. Come here. Oops. Taking wires along with me. This is Natalia. I don't know, I think you met Natalia before. Lots of people meet Natalia when I'm doing phone conversations or video phone conversations because she likes to say hello to people. Ouch. And Buddy's sitting right here next to me too. And he's not getting into an argument with her, which is surprising. So anyway, this is actually made for a smaller child, but because I'm using bigger yarn and bigger needles, this should fit. I'm following what someone else was doing for a 5-6-year-old. My niece is 4, so great niece really, but we'll just call her my niece because she calls me auntie. So this should fit, and I'm just kind of visualizing where she is, how tall she is. And this is not going to be something she's going to wear in public. This is something for her to play pretend in. You know, green wings or purple wings with green, and yeah, this is to play. She likes to play Princess Fairy and all that kind of stuff, I think. We did that one day when I was up there. It was really cute. She had 2 dresses to put on and off, and I thought that a knit dress, especially since it's short, I might actually make cap sleeves if I have enough yarn. I only bought 5 balls, so if I have enough I might make a little bit more of a cap sleeve, but still it'll be easier for her to take on and off over her clothes. It is kind of big and it's very stretchy, and since it's cotton it'll be wash and wear, and Mom doesn't have to worry about any special instructions. So that's coming along, and I need to get this done soon, which is why I'm not really working. Oh, we have Karina up here too. I'm going to see if you can see this. There's Karina, the little black one, and Buddy is sitting next to her, is behind her. See, there's Buddy. That's so funny. I have not seen this ever happen. The other day I was sitting on my chair and Buddy was sitting behind me, and Karina jumped up on there. She likes to rub on me and get her saber-toothed fangs stuck on my clothing. But anyway, Buddy hissed and jumped off. So I'm surprised they're all up here and nobody's hissing or fighting. My family's getting along for once. Yay! So I didn't even pull out the socks, the plain vanilla socks. That's only something for me to do when I'm traveling or I have nothing else in my hands. But I have been doing a lot of spinning lately. Whenever I listen to things, and I don't need my hands for anything, I will either knit or spin if I can, if it's available to me. So I have been doing a lot of spinning. I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah, we're talking here. Okay, oops, there goes Buddy. Can you hear Natalia? She's purring. When I took her to the vet the other day, the vet was laughing hysterically because she's trying to get a heartbeat on her and she can't because Natalia's like flopping around and purring and just like all doing her little I need to be in a ball thing in your hands. It was just so funny. She could barely tell her heartbeat. So, and they are both good. Karina has a little high calcium, but Natalia, other than that, they're good. Nothing's crazy wrong with them. So, what did I do with my, okay. We're going to just go into spinning. At Rhinebeck, New York Sheep and Wool, probably the second year that I went, I bought this fiber. And I didn't see them last year. Actually, these people aren't the booth. The booth is, she's from Putney. No, Putney? She's from Vermont, and, oh goodness, I can't even think of the name of her farm right now. Stone's Throw Farm. But she wasn't there this year, and this person actually just brought her things to display with hers and sell with hers. It's called Little Brook Farm. Oops, sorry, I can't see. And this is from North Chittenden, Vermont. And the one I'm showing you now is the Cormo and Alpaca. And I thought it was so cute because they put the name of the sheep, Bee and Silver Shine, which is really adorable. And this is 6 ounces, and I spun it really big. I have not measured anything since I've washed it, and I didn't do reps per inch. I did nothing. It's just dried this morning, actually. So I was going for something. You can see it's not very even. See that big poof right there? I watched the video from Interweave called Big and Lofty Yarns, and I did make a skein. It's in there. I might have showed it to you before. It was one of my favorite skeins, and I do have more fiber that I bought this year from the same person that I'm going to do the same thing, and I wanted to do it with this. Excuse me. However, there was a little bit of grease in there, I think, from the Cormo, and it would get stuck, and so I couldn't shove it in like how I wanted to, and I was getting really concerned that it was going to be like rope, because you can see it's kind of, let me find a part where it's, well, anyway, you can't really see what I'm talking about. I thought it was like, this part is very dense. It's very dense, and I didn't want rope. I wanted poofy yarn, but when you're throwing it in like that, it's not really like you're doing long draw, so I didn't, and I guess what I didn't want is to make it so dense that I was going to have a worsted thick yarn. I wanted a poofy, really, because it's Cormo, like Cormo, I wanted poofy, fluffy, and it actually, after I washed it and got some of that grease out, it has poofed up quite a lot, and it's not as rope-like as I thought it was going to be. So, don't know what I'm going to make with it yet, but I do have some super bulky patterns in my queue that I would like to make, and I don't have any more super bulky yarn to make them with. So, and that's 6 ounces, so it's quite a lot, so I could make something really fun with this. And last week you saw me spinning the alpaca and wool, and I spun this long jaw, and this is 8 ounces, and it's poofy and it's soft, and I really, really like this. I almost was tempted to buy more of their stuff this year, and I just was like, oh, I've got so much already. Stuff, not of theirs. I'm not going to. But this was really fun to spin, and I do have plenty. I mean, like, seriously, there is no shortage. There is no shortage of fiber in this house. I have a drum carder, and right now I'm kind of really into the long draw, fluffy stuff, so it's been floating my boat. I've been so excited. I just feel like the big, soft, floofy, not worried about that it doesn't look perfect is working for me right now. So there's quite a lot of yarn here. Again, I don't know, since it's been washed, you know, it's not going to fit back on my Niddy Noddy, so I haven't measured it and counted to see, or even looked to see how big this is, but it kind of looks like it could be anywhere from worsted to bulky. I mean, there's a lot of, like, you know, I didn't go to be perfect. I was just having fun spinning, and so that's what I went for. Inconsistently consistent, which was nice. And I was hoping to have this done by today, but it's not. Again, from Little Brook Farm, lamb's wool and alpaca. And this is the dark chocolate, and I can't get it for you. I'm actually applying it right now. It's on my wheel, and I've only gotten about a third of the way done, and so it's a lot smaller than this big one, because I decided that I didn't want to try to do the big. I didn't know if it was going to do the same thing. I'm like, I don't really want to stress over this, so I'm making more like a light worsted weight with that. We'll see. After it gets washed, it will probably poof up even more. So it's looking really nice. I like it, and there's about 6 ounces of that as well. So I thought I would show you the chocolate Icelandic fleece that I washed. It's not all here, half the other part of it's out there, but this is some of it. Isn't this color gorgeous? Like, seriously? I don't know if you can see how pretty that... You know, I should probably move this because I'm trying to look at it and then I'm putting it in the way and I can't even see where I'm looking. Isn't that pretty? Let me see if I can get out a lock for you. Pretty, pretty lock. It's very shiny. I'm out of the camera. It's very, very, very pretty. I don't even know, like, I still need to separate it now that I've washed it. There are more crimpy bits than there are some pieces that are more hair-like, depending on what part of the sheep it came from. And So I haven't even separated anything yet. I just washed it. This is unwashed, and this is the one I'm washing right now. And so see how it's got the nice light colored tips and the dark in there? This is one part of the fleece, and then there's other parts that are less crimpy. But this is like so soft, it's incredible. They have just some really, really beautiful Icelandic fleeces. I've really impressed with their fleeces there. So if you get a chance to see them at Rhinebeck, and they're at the Ulster County Spinners Hand Guild, give them a look. Oops, there goes Buddy. Okay, so I think that's, I put my notebook down, hold on. I'm trying not to forget anything. Okay, so, oh, there was some hisses. That wasn't nice, Buddy. She's not hurting you. Okay, so, yeah, I can't read my handwriting right again. I don't know what's up next. I mean, basically, I get distracted. I just printed out this pattern last night. And this is from, oh gosh, it's a book. Yep, it's a book. And of course, I know I don't have that in front of me. Wait, hold on. I can look that up. Because it's embarrassing. I didn't even think I was going to talk about this, but I might as well, just in case it winds up on the needles. So it's the Global Coat by Jennifer Hagen, and that is from Brave New Knits. That's it, Brave New Knits. And I have some yarn. I have Queensland Kathmandu Chunky in dark blue, and I thought it might look nice, but then I wasn't sure if the cables would still show up, so I might do a little swatch and see what happens with that or not. I do have a couple other projects that I can make with that yarn. There's a dress I want to make as well, but then again I'm going, do I really want a bulky dress? Probably not. Coat, sure. Anything that opens. Dresses don't open. So anyway, that might get on the list somehow or another too. I've got too many things to that I want to knit right now. So let's talk about some tips. I don't have a recipe today. I don't know if you guys tried the butternut squash and pomegranate salad. I really love that. I've made it 2 more times since, so it's now it's gonna be a mainstay in my recipe repertoire. So I really liked it a lot. So right now it's a holiday season, and I've already been to some holiday parties, and well, you know, we had a party at the house. It wasn't a holiday party, but it was a party get together. Then I've been to Thanksgiving, and I noticed some things that I probably could have done a little bit differently. So I thought I would share some tips with you that would help you get through the holidays. So here we go. Tip number 1, drink water in between what you're doing. And that goes for alcohol as well, because you don't want to be dehydrated and you don't want to overdrink. So if you're having a drink of something, in between that and maybe a next drink, if you are having a next drink, grab a glass of water. It will at least rehydrate you, give you something in your hand, because a lot of times what happens is we're being social and blah, 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 and this is how you tend to overdo things by not being conscious of what you're doing because you're having such a good time. So you can have a glass of water in your hand, which will help out a lot. Number 2, check in with yourself before you put food on your plate. Like, how hungry am I? So do I want a little bit of a few things? Do I want more of one thing than the other? Really just check in and see what it is that you want. Number 3 is, if you have overestimated the size of your stomach, please don't finish all of that food. I know it seems wasteful, but how are you going to feel if you overeat? Probably not so good. So you can actually put your food down for a little bit, talk, and if you still feel hungry later, you can finish what you're eating. But check in first, see where you're at. You might not be as hungry as you think. And number 4 is don't go starving. Remember we talked about nuts? You can even just have one nut and a glass of water or something. Either or, something. Before you even get there. This way you're not like, oh my God, I need to eat everything in sight, because that's usually when we make bad choices and we check in and we go, I'm starving, I need to eat everything in sight. When really, slow and steady. You'll be full. The food's not going anywhere. It'll be there probably throughout the whole party, so you don't have to do everything all at one time. And let's see. Okay, so this is you may be on a diet, or you are trying to watch what you eat, which is kind of like, I try to watch what I eat. I know when I eat things that don't agree with me, I don't feel all that great. And did I do it at Thanksgiving? Yes, I had a very small sliver of blueberry pie and a small sliver of cheesecake. How did I feel after that? Not so good. No, didn't feel so hot at all. So, probably maybe one. And they were small too. It's just my body is so not used to these things. When I eat them, I don't feel so good anyway. But my whole point was, while I'm eating this, I'm going to enjoy it. So, there's a little bit of a trade-off. I didn't eat a huge piece because I knew a huge piece would make me feel really bad. But I just had a little taste. So I'm laughing because I have the unwashed fleece down by my feet here, and Buddy is like rolling in it. I don't think he's seen one yet because the fleeces have been in the living room, and he's not in the living room. The other cats beat him up, so he lives in here pretty much. The door's open, he can leave, but he won't. And he's just like, oh my God, fleece. Okay. All right. So that's part of the other one too, but we'll get to the laugh and have fun, because laughing and having fun will make you feel good, right? Okay. So anyway, with the cookie, say you see a cookie and you're like, cookies aren't really on my list, but I really want this cookie. Can you cut the cookie in half? Can you take a little taste? Is that the type of person you are? Can you have a little bite and be good? Or are you going to want to be like, I need to eat the whole thing, like not just the one cookie, but the whole package? There's a difference. So you need to know who you are and how you can get through that. So if you can taste a little bit and sit there and really just enjoy what you're eating and check in. Does this really taste good? Sometimes it doesn't. We think it does. We kind of eat things not thinking about them at all. And a lot of times, even with things that I normally eat, I'll just check in anyway and be like, does this really taste good anymore? I used to eat this all the time, but it's just really not working for me anymore. Like our tastes change. We're not stagnant. We're always changing. So have a piece and see how you feel. See what's going on. You may have noticed, like I noticed, I didn't really feel so hot afterwards. And maybe I could have done things different for next time, so that you know. But don't feel guilty, and don't beat yourself up, and don't be like, oh my God, I blew it, so now I have to eat everything. Just be with what you're doing. Be in the present moment. It makes a big difference. So, there's no guilt. It's just, isn't this interesting? I'm eating this cookie, or I'm eating this piece of pie. And just notice. Be the observer. You don't need to hurt yourself over anything. Okay, so we did that. Okay, and do you have support over the holidays? If you have, and I don't mean someone who's going to be like, oh, I can't believe you ate that cookie, because that's not supportive. Someone who's supportive is going to be there for you and, ask you, how you doing? What's going on? Or they might actually be able to, you can say, I don't really want to eat this cookie. Okay, well, let's go do something else. Let's go do a distraction. Someone who's there to keep you uplifted. And there are ways to get around things. You just have to be creative. But you can if, was that Karina? I hope this is helpful. I'm trying to make sense. I wasn't planning on podcasting this morning, but I don't have time over the whole weekend. So, I just did this really quick. So, and the other tip that I wanted to give you is not just about holiday parties, but it's about life in general. And this tip is to just love yourself anyway. You know, a lot of times we don't cut ourselves enough slack, and we may do something we don't like, and we're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Oh, I hate this about me. I could say I hate my nose, or I hate this pimple, that thing that won't go away, or I hate my thighs, I hate this. But really, that's not really good to yourself. You really need to just love and accept who you are at this present moment in time, in this present moment in time, and then you can work on changing things. But while you're in this present moment, it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to have an extra 5 pounds if you have an extra 5 pounds. It's okay that you ate that stupid cookie that you didn't want to eat, right? You know, like, it's okay. Just love yourself anyway, because our bodies are made up of water. And I think I talked about that experiment before, the Japanese man who put words on the water glasses and then froze the water, and the ones that had love and peace, the snowflakes or snow crystals, were all beautiful, but the ones that had I hate and just terrible words like you're ugly were all deformed. So we don't want to do that to ourselves. We want to keep ourselves uplifted and in a state of joy. We have that choice every day to make when we get out of bed. Either I'm going to be happy or I'm not. So it's your choice. So you have that choice to go, I'm going to love myself or not. So love who you are. It's okay, right? It's good for you. So that's my tips. And I don't have a recipe today. Sorry. I really haven't been making anything out of the ordinary, and I've been not really home too much. So anyway, what time are we at? 41 minutes. That's good. You can get out of here quick. Okay. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, I'm looking at number 25, DB Thomas 05. Deborah, please PM me, LESPETISLUXES on Ravelry, and I will get that pattern out to you. Okay? Enjoy your holidays. I don't know when I'm going to see you again next. Not sure, but we'll see. Okay? Thank you.